Are you experiencing a level of loneliness that feels like it's hard to shake? Who can blame you? Over the past 2 years, we've been forced to isolate and not be able to connect in the way that we've been so used to connecting. And so naturally, we're gonna feel a sense of loneliness, maybe even depression and some levels of mental illness. But what can be done to overcome this, especially even now that some of the world is opened back up? It doesn't mean that the loneliness has all of a sudden gone away. What can we do to allow ourselves to feel less loneliness and more happiness? Studies have shown that it's been activating your superpower could be the key to reducing or even eliminating loneliness. Inside this video today, I'm going to share with you how activating your superpower can reduce loneliness and increase happiness. Now, what is your superpower? Superpower is a term that I use inside the one-up effect methodology to really allow my clients to understand what it is that can allow them to be at their best at all times. Your superpower is connected to what's known as your flow state, coined by Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi, who talks about your flow state being at the in between your boredom and anxiety. And it's on you can look it up. There's plenty of pictures that can show you what this graph looks like. But ultimately, it's about leveraging your skill at a high level and combining it with a challenge at a high level. And those two coming together activates this flow state. Now, when you're in flow or you're in the zone, what I now call is activating your superpower, there's so many amazing things that happen. You love what you do and you get lost in what you're doing. You feel challenged, but you still feel like you can overcome it. Time seems to stop or go by very quickly. You're so focused and dialed in, and once again, you're enjoying every minute of all of this as it's unfolding. This to me is where so many people want to be, because when you are activating your superpower, that means you feel like you can do anything. You almost feel unstoppable. But what studies have actually started to show is that activating your superpower can actually decrease your sense of loneliness and increase your happiness, because by activating your superpower, you're focusing on an activity that's very meaningful to you that is also requiring a high level of focus. Hey, I hope you're enjoying this video, and I want to let you know that I have a presentation on how to make life a game that you can win and have fun playing. And if you want free access to it, you can click the link below in the description, or you can wait until the end of this video, or you can directly go to thomasedwardsjr.com/webinar and you can watch it there. Latest research, as in 2022, by Chang, Dattilo, and Huang, found that international students studying abroad who weren't able to maintain face-to-face contact with their social support networks during pandemic lockdowns experienced less loneliness if they pursued a daily activity that created flow during their free times. They discovered that those who experienced less loneliness during the pandemic tended to spend their leisure time pursuing relatively challenging activities that required both concentration and skill. Now, Dattilo said in a press release, flow can be achieved by engaging in mental or physical activities that we value and that require us to concentrate fully to use our skills. Some activities never induce flow, while other activities may or may not, depending on the individual. He goes on to say that learning which activities might enable someone to enter a state of flow requires asking questions, listening, and paying attention. People tend to thrive on healthy engagement and challenge. This actually makes a lot of sense. When we think about the Great Resignation and so many people quitting their jobs, they saw and realized that they were in a position doing things that they weren't enjoying, that was not activating their superpower, and they were still experiencing a lot of loneliness, even though they were surrounded by their coworkers. And so they decided to leave that situation to go and explore what being in the zone and activating their superpower really looks like, and finding a way if they can find a job that allows them to do that. But we notice a lot of people are willing to not work in order to be in a position where they can experience their superpower at work, no pun intended, on a regular basis, because they don't want to feel disconnected to life and what they're doing and what they find to be very meaningful. So the next time you're experiencing a level of loneliness or isolation, it might be activating your superpower could be the key. But this is what I think. Comment below, let me know what you think. Do you understand the idea of activating your superpower? When was the last time you felt like you were in the zone or felt a high level of flow? what was that experience like for you? And do you believe that maybe activating your superpower could be the key to reducing loneliness and even increasing happiness, not just in the short term, but in the long term? Comment below, let me know what you think. I hope you found that video fun and useful. And if you want to get that free presentation on how to make life a game that you can win and have fun playing, click the link below. And if you want to watch another video that's fun and useful, click the link right over here. Go ahead, it's right there. Click it. I'll see you there.